everyone, I'm Allison and welcome to this 15-minute post-workout stretch. Hopefully you're nice and warm from whatever workout you were just doing. This is the best time for you to stretch. Stretching before when our muscles are cold can actually decrease our ability to perform the activity as well as increase the likelihood of injury. So we always want to stretch after we're already warm. So let's get right to it. Let's spread our feet nice and wide. We're going to reach straight down, pushing that booty back, keeping our back nice and flat. We're not rounded just yet. So a nice flat back. You might not be able to reach the ground. That's okay. Just go as far as you can. You may notice that your hamstring on one side or the other is tighter. Totally fine. We're going to take 3 long, deep breaths here. And I want you to think about breathing into that tightness. So take it in. Big inhale in. Let it all out. With each breath, try and sink a little bit lower. Big breath in. All the way out. Good. Big breath in. All the way out. Beautiful. Let's turn our left foot out ever so slightly and walk our hands over to the left. Same idea. This time you can round through the low back if you need to and mid back. Big breath in. All the way out. Big breath in. All the way out. Big breath in. All the way out. Beautiful. Begin to walk yourself over to the right. Turn that left foot back to facing forward. Turn that right foot out. 3 big breaths, each time trying to get our forehead a little bit closer to our leg. Begin to walk yourself back to center. Turn your feet forward and roll up 1 vertebra at a time, stacking yourself up till you're nice and tall. Good. All right, bring those feet in. Go ahead and grab that right foot, ankle, wherever it feels comfortable for you. You can hold on to something if you need it. Otherwise, just focus on something right in front of you. Take a big breath in and let it all out. Now I want you to think about pulling your knee in towards your center line of your body and tucking your pelvis under. It's going to get a deeper stretch through the hip flexor and the quad. 1 more big breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and release that foot down and we'll do the same thing on the left. So grab that left foot or ankle. Take our first breath just as relaxed as can be. And let it all out. Good, then begin to think about pulling that knee in towards the center line, towards the other knee, and tucking the pelvis under. As if you had a tail, you're tucking your tail between your legs. The abs are still pulled in, they're still supporting the low back. Let's do 1 more big breath here. Beautiful, go ahead and release. Good, shake out those legs for just a second. Spread your feet nice and wide again. We're gonna shift over to the right, sticking our booty really far back, getting a stretch through this inner thigh. Just some nice deep breaths here. You can let your foot roll if you're feeling too much strain on the knee. Otherwise, let's keep that foot planted. 1 more big breath. Let it all out. Good, other side. Totally normal to be tighter on one side than the other, or to have things pull in different areas. 1 more big breath. Let it all out. Beautiful. Coming back to center, let's have a seat on our mat. Bringing the soles of our feet together. We'll go into a butterfly stretch. So this very first one, I want you to keep your back flat, just like we did in that initial hamstring stretch. So we're just going as far forward as we can with that flat back. And then we'll begin to round. But your first big breath, take it here now. Beautiful. Now begin to round, maybe apply a slight pressure to the knees as you continue to take a big breath in. Let it all out. Another one. Let it all out. Now here you may be feeling it in your, kind of in the crease here in the groin. You might be feeling it more externally in the hips. You might be feeling it in the inner thigh. All of those places are wonderful places to feel this stretch. One more big breath. Beautiful. Go ahead and kick your right leg out straight in front. Pull that left knee across the body, hugging it towards your chest. Don't worry if you can't get all the way to your chest. This is just, you know, a day in your journey to a healthier version of yourself. So eventually you'll get there. And if you never do, it's also not the end of the world. Just keep working on it. One more. Good. If it's accessible to you, I'd like you to reach that left hand behind you, hook that right elbow, or you can just rotate your body. But we're going to do a little spinal twist here. Allow your head to rotate as well, so you're looking over your left shoulder. Breathe. Beautiful. Coming back to center. We'll repeat on the other side. So extend the left leg. Bring that right knee across, pulling your knee to chest. Nice deep breath. We're all in completely different places of our fitness journey. And so we need to acknowledge. If you don't want to celebrate, that's fine, but acknowledge where you're at and that you are a work in progress. One more big breath, let it all out. Good, and begin that twist if accessible to you. Otherwise, you can just keep pulling that knee to your chest. I encourage you to give appreciation to your body for all that it does for you. And to acknowledge yourself for showing up today. Beautiful. The recovery work is the stuff that most people skip over. So you're one ahead just for showing up. All right, come onto your hands and your knees. We're going to stretch out our shoulders before we get into our glutes. So go ahead, take that right hand up, reach it all the way under, dropping down onto your shoulder. Now, if this is super uncomfortable for you, you can always get a block or a pillow or something to elevate that shoulder a little bit. Can make it a little bit more comfortable. If this is not enough of a stretch, use that left hand to press into the mat and push your body back. You'll get a deeper stretch. 2 more. Last big breath. Beautiful. Coming back up, we're going to do it on the other side. So lifting up, reaching under, palm facing up, dropping down onto that shoulder. Take 1 or 2 breaths here just to settle into it, and then we'll add any additional tension that we need by pressing with our right hand. 1 more. Good. If you need it, begin to use that right hand to press your body back. You'll get deeper into the shoulder, but you might also get deeper into that mid-back and lower back. One more big breath here. Beautiful. Coming back on all fours. If pigeon is accessible to you, go ahead and cross your right foot in front, your right leg in front. You're thinking about it kind of lining up with the top of your mat. You can stay up tall. You can have a block here to help support you. You can drop down onto your elbows, or you can drop all the way down. Really, the depth of this is up to you and what is accessible to your body today, which may be different than it was yesterday. Now, you can also do pigeon on an elevated surface. You could do it on a couch or a chair from a standing position. If none of those things feel accessible to you, Then I want you to roll over on your back, crossing your right ankle in front of your left knee, lifting that left knee off the ground, threading your right hand between your legs and grabbing onto the back of your thigh. If grabbing onto the back of your thigh is not work, then you can grab from the top of the knee and pull down, or you are welcome to loop a strap through and pull, or a belt or a scarf. So there's lots of ways to make this work for you. Take a big breath in. Let it all out. Give me 2 more of those. Last one. Let it out. Awesome. Go ahead and switch to the other side. I'm going to do pigeon on this side. So, crossing that left in front, so I'm going to drop down. And your first breath, you may stay up higher and slowly go down. Or if you just feel ready to go all the way down, please do. You'll be here for 5 big breaths. Three more. Two more. Last one. Awesome. From here, go ahead. If you're on your back, come to a straight arm plank as we're going to stretch out our calves. We'll drop our left heel down towards the ground. We're going to add our right foot on top for a little added pressure so we get a deeper stretch. Breathe. Nice strong arms, pressing back, helping you lift that booty high into the sky. Good, both feet on the ground. Go ahead and pedal out your feet for just a moment, getting a little stretch through there. And you should notice that you actually have a little bit more range of motion in that left than the right now. And go ahead and settle on the right, dropping that heel down to the ground, placing the left foot on top for that added weight to get a deeper stretch. Some nice big inhales, letting it all out. 2 more. 1 more. Beautiful. Go ahead and set both knees down. We're going to roll over onto our backs. From here, we're going to pull that right knee to chest, extend the left leg long. Breathe. 1 more breath here, then using the left hand, we're going to pull that right knee across the body. Let it all out. Begin to pull that right knee across the body. Extend the extend the right arm out. Keeping that shoulder connected with the floor. So I should feel an opening of the chest, maybe into the shoulder a little bit here, while that knee, the right knee, is over on the left side of our body. You may also feel a stretch through your low back. Last big breath here. Good, bring it back to center. Straighten out that right leg, pull that left knee in. 2 breaths. 1 more. Good, begin to extend that left hand out as you roll over to the right, keeping your left shoulder connected with the floor. You can either look to the right or continue to look over your left fingertips for a deeper rotation. Completing that twist. Take a big breath in. Let it all out. Good. Bring yourself back to center. Pull both knees into chest. Do a few little circles. Opening up the low back and switch directions. And we'll go into happy baby. So feet up in the air, bend those knees. Go ahead and grab onto the toes, grab onto the outsides of the feet, insides of the feet, really wherever it feels most comfortable for you. And we're just gonna rock side to side, a little gentle massage for our low back. All the while applying a slight downward pressure. So we're getting into those inner thighs, into those hips. 2 big breaths here. And last one. Beautiful. Release the feet. Bring the knees back together. Set your feet down. Roll yourself up. Thank you so much for joining me for this 15 minutes of stretching. It has been my honor and my pleasure to be here with you today. Congratulate yourself for showing up. That's the toughest part, and we'll see you again soon.